Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and now that I'm back on a somewhat normal posting thing, I'm gonna do another tier list because I feel like it. It is the same day of the last video, so better get posting. Yeah, I'm jinxing myself in the future. Okay, we're just gonna begin with all of the Nintendo consoles and handheld ranked. I'm gonna go in depth for each console just to show how each console is very well made. Whoa, okay. Here we go. We've got first the 2DS, the normal 2DS. C tier. It had good games, somewhat good software, but the design of it and the colors that were chosen and like I said, the software that was on it was kind of weak sometimes. This was a C tier, maybe. The design really holds it down. But the normal DS, I used to have one of these. B tier. A little bit better than the 2DS, but still pretty bad. What is this thing? I don't know what that thing is. Don't know what that thing is. I'm just gonna put that in F tier because I don't know what it is. Sorry. This looks like the normal DS. The normal DS. That looks like the DS. Okay, I see. This is the first publication of the DS. This was like C tier. At the time, the games sucked. The design was okay. The buttons were okay. It was a new generation, and we loved it. Games, though, hardware kind of sucked. So C tier, also with the 2DS. The Game & Watches. This is what began with the video games, and for when it was published, it was very good. It had great button layout, had a nice screen, it had many variations of what you can play, even more than like the Virtual Boy that we will get to very soon. And overall, it was a good start for what time it came out in. The original Game Boy. Kind of the same with the Game & Watch. It isn't good compared to today that much, but still, for when it was published and the games that it gave, very nice. The GameCube, A tier for sure. This is what sparked my interest in video games, even though I never got the chance to play a GameCube until a couple years ago. But still, I really like the GameCube. Nice controller layouts, really good games. Mario Sunshine, Melee, Pokemon Colosseum. Honestly, good start. Game Boy Advance. Button layout, screen layout, games, everything was really good. Except for the shape. I don't like the shape. The 2DS and the Game Boy Advance kind of have that like bricky feel. Not my favorite. But the new publication of the Game Boy. A tier. Slightly better than the Game Boy. Fixed what was kind of bad. The only problem is they kind of sacrificed the big screen, and how flimsy and this thing can break kind of falls too. The Game Boy Color. Basically the same wording as the Game Boy. Good games, nice design, nice button layout. Basically the same as the Game Boy. Got Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Heart Gold. No, not Heart Gold. Basically Pokemon Silver. And Pokemon Yellow was on it, I think. I don't know. I'm not great at this. Okay. Decent stuff. The N64. Also an A tier. N64 also sparked a lot of my Nintendo interest. I liked how the controllers were made. Iffy. I liked the games, Mario 64, Smash Bros, stuff like that. Old, nice, great. And the new publication of the DS. B tier for sure. I liked how it came with a stylus that made playing on the DS much easier. And I loved how more games came out. Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, the first edition of Tomodachi Life, games like that. The SNES. I'd say a B tier. Honestly, that thing is maybe the first console that most people played on when introduced to Nintendo, because, it was a good console. Donkey Kong games, Kirby's Dream Land 3, stuff like that. So some good games on there. The S 2DS XL. I currently have one of these. They are legit the best. Best version of the 3DS or 2DS you can get. It doesn't have the 3D features that the 3DS has and the 3DS XL, but what it makes up is that the hardware is much better, the button layout's much better, and the colors are much better. You've got games like Pokemon X, Y, Omega Ruby. You got Kirby Planet Robobot, and Triple Deluxe. Many good games than the 3DS XL. They didn't improve much except for hardware changes. That is not what we were looking for. Yes, that's one of the issues we had, but the thing we wanted was better 3D capabilities. The normal NES. C tier. Not that great, honestly. Kind of lacking stuff. I mean, it had like the original Mario and stuff, but are we going to give it a freebie just because it had the classics? No. The Nintendo Switch Lite. Great if you want a handheld game only, but if you want lots of utilities, which is going to be coming up soon, you should have gone with the next option. But the Nintendo Switch Lite isn't much different than the Nintendo Switch, except that you can't take off the controllers or hook it to a TV or other possible layout changes. You still have all the same games as the Nintendo Switch, but just a little bit worse. And then the Nintendo Switch. S tier. The things you can do with this thing. You have the best games, possibly, on this thing. You've got Brilliant Diamond, which came out recently. You've got Odyssey. You've got, not the book, the game. You've got Breath of the Wild. You've got Kirby Star Allies. You've got all of these great games. So, the Virtual Boy go die. This is the first form of VR, and it blinded many people. Not including me, but the Wii. The things this thing could do. First off, Mario Party 8. Best Mario Party? But the things they did with the Mario Parties in general on this thing. Mario Party 9 is kind of disincluded, because that wasn't that great. But the mini games you could do, the motion controls you could do with this thing, Wii Sports, any game had motion controls, and it made it feel so much better. I gotta breathe. The Nintendo Wii U. The last on this thing. And it's the best version of the Wii, right? No. They ruined many things. I like how you can play Wii games, but it's extra money to get Wii controllers. And the thing about the Wii U, it's difficult to use. The gamepad is just, it feels weird to hold. As the Wii U being my third console ever, Like, it was a little bit disappointing after we saw what the Wii could do. This kind of just downgraded it with like Mario Party 10 and stuff like that. I just really wish they had changed some things to make it more concrete and perfect. Still, it's a really good console, just it needed way more improvements. I like the gamepad in the way it has a screen. So like if you're playing party games, you can hide your screen, but like did it really have to end up like this? This thing was known as the dark age of Nintendo. So I'm going to go over each thing in each tier and tell you what is the best in each tier, like I did in the last video. Nintendo Switch or Wii? Nintendo Switch. Motion controls are still in both of them, but the Nintendo Switch has full capabilities. So which one should you buy more? If you're looking for a more budget option, the Wii. If you're looking for good power, good stuff, decent price, Nintendo Switch. Okay, the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance remade, the N64, 2DS XL, Wii U. Best one here. Either the remake of the Game Boy Advance or the Wii U. Both of them are really good, but if you're looking for an older experience, obviously go for the remake of Game Boy Advance. If you're looking for a somewhat okay experience of the Wii and you're looking for the Wii U games, Wii U for sure. 3DS, Game Boy Advance, Game & Watch, sorry, the original Game Boy Color, the remake of the DS, the SNES, the 3DS XL, and the Nintendo Switch Lite. Best one here, Nintendo Switch Lite, or if you're looking for a older experience, SNES. Spoken from the heart. C tier, you got the 2DS, you got the first version of the DS, and the normal NES. 2DS is the best on here. Fight me. And then the F tier, if you have the money to buy either of them, save up for something else. Neither of those are good options. I don't even know what this is. It could be like the original Donkey Kong or something like that. If it is, that one would obviously be the better option over that. But if you want either of these, just save up for like the SNES or Wii or 3DS or stuff like that, because that's much cheaper. Well, not cheaper, but a little bit more expensive, but bang for the buck compared to those items. Thank you guys for watching, and hope that you guys will watch the next video, because it's going to be very cool. See you guys in the next video. Adios.